What's up, fellow Rainmakers? Welcome to Championship Weekend. We hope that the divisional round went well for you. For us, it was pretty good. We cashed in on our FanDuel lineup and our Yahoo one. The DraftKings one fell just a little short. But if you were lucky enough to hit us up, you got our Saturday-only lineups, which we won on FanDuel and DraftKings. So, all in all, we got to say it was a pretty good day, and we made it rain pretty well, okay? So, as they say, all good things must come to an end. And this is going to be our season finale for the NFL. So, we are a little sad, but at the same time, we're very thankful, very happy for this season. It was a good year for all of us. I want to thank you for
following us,
supporting us.
all those great comments.
Yeah. So we all made a little money. So cheers.
Just for you guys.
Yeah.
For a great season.
I hope that you'll stick with us and tune in next season. But we got one last weekend. But before we get to that, we wanted to kind of do a little mini recap, our top memories for the year. And first, we want to go with our top 2.
You talk to me!
At number 2, okay, is Matt Hasselbeck. Remember that game against Pittsburgh on Sunday night? Man, that cost us a lot. So, that's number 2. And the number 1, you're dead to me, is on Thanksgiving. The whole world was watching. You saw what happened was Tony Romo, you're dead to me.
Yeah. Was it 3 picks? And it was just
terrible.
Got knocked out of the game. That was like the worst. All right. So let us know who your
all-time you're dead to
your
me.
worst ones were this year. All right, before we get to our Storm Watch, we want to talk about our favorite player of the year. And I think without a doubt, that's got to be
Captain Kirk.
I like that!
We like that. Let's move on to this season finale, Storm Watch. We got 2 big games. First up's going to be New England at Denver. What are your thoughts on the game?
Let's start with the QBs, right?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Yeah. I think Manning showed that if he can't do it against a weak Pittsburgh
secondary, man.
Yeah. We're lucky we came through with the wins using him last week.
I don't think you can use Peyton Manning this week.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then Brady has his guns back.
Yeah, he looked really good. I mean,
you said he targeted Edelman like 20 times, so...
Yeah, I was tweeting him saying that it was more like 50 times. It seemed like every single play was to Edelman. It was weird, but... and the running backs, you got the James White, Steven Jackson again, or Hillman and CJ. Wow, CJ,
I liked
he looked
CJ
good
last week.
Yeah, CJ looked good.
But seems like, at least in my opinion, that if Pats get a big lead, the Denver running backs won't make much of a difference.
I could see Brady throwing it every single down, pretty much like what it seemed like last game he did. And so I think Brady's just gonna fling it.
So who's he gonna throw to?
I mean, it's
Edelman
and Gronk, pretty much, right? I mean, this is it. This is for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta go with your guns now.
On the other side, I mean, Sanders did okay. Demarius.
Man, one thing I don't like about Demarius, he drops the ball too many times.
Yeah.
Man, that gets me so upset sometimes. Watching him just drop easy passes.
Yeah. Would have won DraftKings.
Wow.
even if Peyton had just thrown one touchdown.
you know. But yeah, so you have Demarius and Sanders, which I prefer personally Sanders a little bit more this week, just because, I think the New England secondary is going to key on a little bit more on Demarius a little bit, with Butler. Not that Butler is he's a Pro Bowler, but he's not like a shut down corner, but still, I just thought Sanders just looked a little bit better, a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and Demarius, like I said, his hands, man, it's just can't trust it anymore.
And then Owen Daniels.
Yeah, I think this week it's really you just have to go with two tight ends, right?
Yeah.
Being this game, Gronk, and the next game we'll share with Olsen, but that's it.
Defense, I don't like Denver D. I think Brady's gonna blow him up.
Yeah.
Patriots D. You think Belichick has Peyton's number, so they could be a good play.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about, so this week's defense. So let's move on a little bit to the second matchup, I guess. And we can talk about both combo.
Second matchup
whatever.
is Arizona at Carolina.
Yeah, and first of all, it's great to see how both conferences, how the number 1 and number 2 seeds are playing against each other. I love that because they kind of earned it throughout the season, right? And so, man, it's going to be a great battle of both games. And talking about the defense, we're just talking about, we feel that it's not worth, either you're going to go all in with the expensive defense, Carolina against Palmer, in Arizona, or you're going to go cheap with New England thinking they're going to get to get to Peyton Manning, Belichick, right? Because I don't think it's worth picking one of those mid-tier defense. Arizona against Cam. Cam is, man, he does not turn the ball over anymore, guys. I mean, because it's pretty much a run.
They're in the lead. And
and then it's a run first offense, unless you get fumbles. But, I mean, he's not going to be, And then there's Denver's defense and Brady. Man, it's the playoffs, guys, This guy's clutch. The most clutch QB, right? In our generation, right? I mean, he's the most clutch. So he's not going to be turning the ball over either much. So, I mean, you're either going to go high end or low end. That's it. No mid-tier, guys. That's our advice this week.
How about between Cam and Palmer?
So, so QBs, I mean, you have Palmer, who's playing a tough defense, or Cam, who's hot. So I mean, if we had to choose, you'd have to go Cam in that situation.
Right. But out of the four,
I think we like Brady the most. Yeah.
Because like you said, Carolina's run first, and I was disappointed with Palmer against Green Bay. I thought Cousins did pretty well against Packers D, but Palmer, his numbers ended up being really good because of the overtime. But I just felt like Arizona's offense wasn't that great. And Carolina's defense is much better than Green Bay.
Much better.
At home, I think it's gonna be a tough game for Arizona.
It could be. Yeah. I mean, it could be another ugly game as far as like Carolina making it ugly, blowing a team out, I mean, their defense is legit.
And going to running backs, Johnson and
Stewart
did really well.
Yeah,
I'd have to give the edge to Stewart.
Exactly. I mean, this is the week that we've been on David Johnson's bandwagon from day one, guys.
Right.
If you rewind, okay, so we said that he's legit, he's a beast, all this, but you know what? This week we would not play him on a cash lineup this week.
Yeah. Gotta spend your money elsewhere.
Spend your money elsewhere, guys, because I think Luke is gonna key on Mr. Johnson, and I don't think he could get off on on the Carolina defense.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of that, I think Norman's gonna be all over Fitz.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I think, downgrades
Fitz.
his value. Then you could go with Brown or
Floyd. I think Floyd might be even safe for a little bit.
Yeah. He's scoring.
Yeah, and because Brown is such a big like all or nothing kind of guy, right? And Floyd's a little bit more consistent as far as like possession wise, and then more of the red zone target, I guess, because he's so much bigger than Brown is.
And then one of the reasons why I would be down on Cam is because his receivers, Ginn is banged up, Funchess and Brown did nothing, right?
Really, yeah.
So
I mean,
it was just Olsen.
yeah,
So I don't really like any of the Carolina receivers.
yeah.
Except for
I mean,
Olsen.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
besides Olsen,
But he's got hurt.
a little bit. Yeah, he was banged up.
So
I mean, he's probable, but he's banged up.
I'm sure
so,
he'll play, but
yeah.
still,
Yeah,
I'd rather go with Gronk.
exactly. Pay up a little bit for Gronk, you know. So that's it, I think. And then you got
Kickers.
The kickers, man. That's like that's why people play DraftKings, right? Because you don't
Yeah.
want to make this decision. But
Cano or you like McManus. McManus, dang, he went crazy.
20 plus points.
He went crazy.
But yeah, I mean, this is our advice, right? Is get your certain guns in there and work out your other positions, and then just wait for the kicker in this week, and
Just for
just
this
kind of just for this week, and let that position be the last position that you pick. Okay, because they're four pretty much good kickers, you know.
All right, so that does it for our Storm Watch. And like we did last week, we're gonna just do one video and show you our lineups. So here we go. The last season finale
This is the
for FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo. Let's go. All right, those are our lineups. Hope you like them. Please, as always, let us know what you think. Comment down below. And good luck, everybody. You know, it's been a really great season once again. I want to thank all of our followers. Picked up a lot of new fans this season. And we had a lot of fun. It's kind of sad. But
It is. I can't believe this last man. I'm
this
gonna.
is like 18 weeks, right? Or 19
Man,
weeks? It's gone by so quickly. But next year, we're coming back even
bigger, stronger.
badder.
All right,
So,
we're gonna go for undefeated next year.
but still, until then, we have NBA,
Yes.
and we're doing pretty well. So, if you're interested to keep the party going, please send an email to either Jim or Evan at ffrainmakers.com to get on our email distribution list, and we will hook you up. So that's it from us, and as always, good luck everybody, and watch out, there's a storm coming. All right. Now you can come in. No. And this is what came in the storm. She fell from the clouds.
I'm gonna be on YouTube.
Do we-
Baby, make it rain.